we have to answer. So I don't think anybody has an excuse. There is no excuse. I think it's removed a ton of guilt and weight on my mind that I'm not doing what I should have been doing for a long time.
When I recite the Quran, I find that it changes me inside out. I find that the more I understand the Quran, the better I become.
One thing, Yameen was like a big gift because we were taught in English, and which most of the time we couldn't find proper teachers for that.
I would be lying if I say there were no challenges.
Struggle in the sense of not letting shaitan bother you. I think that is the biggest struggle actually for everybody who comes to the Quran. That is the biggest struggle.
It was not an easy task. There were times when I felt that it was very, very stressful. I had to struggle. I had to sacrifice my time.
If the Quran is meant to be learned by us, anybody can learn, even a person with difficulty or with short tongue or with any speech problems should be able to do it. Because if He's given it to you for you to learn, that means Allah must have made it easier for you, somewhere for you to learn it. Maybe your path, your struggle is longer or shorter, that's all.
After all, the Quran is a speech from Allah, best of all speech. And I find that the verse, each and every verse is like a pearl. It's very unique.
I think the best part of the learning was to be aware of my mistakes. Because I find even though for all these years that we've learned, when we read, we never realize that when we are making a mistake. Before I knew somewhere something was wrong, but I didn't know what was wrong. Now I know I can spot my mistakes. And of course, some of the other mistakes the teachers spot, but most of the mistakes I can spot and I can realize and go back and correct it. And that is the best part, I think.
Practiced. Can't run away from practice. We have to repeat, and repeat all over again.
Like I feel I should constantly learn. That's all. I just feel that I should be constantly learn. That you can keep on learning under a teacher no matter how long it takes, I think. And maybe it's something that will keep us alert till we have the time we have to go. Maybe it's something that saves us from all these medical issues around the world when we become old, we're faced with. Perhaps this will really help us, So, and then you're always burdened with that guilt that you're not going back to it, you're not spending enough time. So in a way, Yameen force you to go back into it and spend enough time. And you want to learn it, and when you learn it, you feel so relieved. You feel like so much of weight has left you like that.
I am Rosiah.
My name is Abetha. I am 59 years old.
I'll be 62 at the end of this year.
I am a manager of a stationery shop.
I'm a retired teacher.
What is my biggest struggle in learning Quran? Procrastination, laziness, consistency. I had to fight all these battles, and I'm still fighting them.
I believe that you need to make a start.
But I have made it a point to devote some time every day for the Quran.
You start small, but you plan big. And insyaAllah, you'll be able to achieve success.
There are no excuses for not learning. Allah Ta'ala is not going to ask us how many degrees we have, how many best schools did we go to, or what kind of jobs did we earn, did we buy a condominium, did we buy a car? No, He is going to ask us whether we learn the Quran, and we have to answer. So I don't think anybody has an excuse. There is no excuse. We are the excuse.
So my question is, what is then your excuse?